And joining us right now, I'm very happy to say, is the one and only Lou Dobbs, host of Lou Dobbs Tonight on the Fox Business Network and author of his latest New York Times bestseller, Upheaval. And Lou, how are you, my friend?
I am great, and it's so nice to talk with you.
Yeah, good to talk to you. You know, I'm looking here at a poll. I believe, is still in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, and there's a Rasmussen poll here that says that 54% of likely New Jersey voters believe it's at least somewhat likely that Christie was aware of the whole traffic mess while it was going on.
Yeah, there's still persistent common sense in New Jersey, at least, and I think throughout the entire country. But I mean, he has got a hold of one this time. I mean, I don't know what you thought of it, but to see the way he handled this thing, on one level it was exemplary in terms of crisis management, and on the other, so jarring to see this man who's so full of bravura normally, to be so contrite and meek. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought, I guess like you, I thought that he just did a masterful job yesterday,
Yep.
Did everything he had to do, and I think comes away, if you want to paint a contrast to him and Obama and Hillary and the way they've handled their scandals by ignoring them and not holding anyone responsible, he was the antithesis of that.
Yeah, the national liberal media went after Governor Christie like piranha. It was amazing. These little pink lapdogs who sit at the feet of President Obama, to suddenly see them snarling and biting and surrounding the good governor, really quite a contrast in their standards and in their behavior.
I couldn't agree with you more. Okay, so let's talk about the book. I mean, the book talks about, boy, oh boy, we had numbers today, for instance. So explain this to me, though, Lou, because I'm just a layman when it comes to almost everything.
A country boy.
Just a country, except talking about it. I'm a layman. Okay, I don't know if I ever had to do anything for a living, what I could do. But the point is, ADP told us there were going to be about 250,000 jobs, and everybody was crazy and nuts and happy. And now today we get like 75,000. How could they be so wrong?
Well, they employ entirely different methodologies, and the ADP numbers are usually just a little bit ahead of what we do see revealed in the household survey and the establishment survey by the Department of Labor. And by that I mean ADP goes out, and they're probably getting more current information in a strange way. They are more of a leading indicator to which the BLS numbers generally catch up.
Right.
But these numbers are at such variance. It makes me, frankly, kind of scratch my head at what is going on here, because they revised and not to get into the weeds on this, but the November numbers were revised higher. They're very strong, and then suddenly we've got these very weak December numbers, which goes against, on one level, the idea that you've got extra hiring for the holiday shopping season, and on the other, the weather that shut down a lot of folks in a good part of the country. So there's a lot to kind of scratch your head over here, and that's exactly what the economists are doing.
And Lou, in your book, Upheaval, which I'm sure is going to just smash the charts as the other books have, you talk about infrastructure and connecting all, Wall Street to corporatism and energy and all that. But where do we start? I mean, I was just saying before you came on, talking about a completely different matter. I was talking about Eric Holder, first of all, appointing someone who's given $6,000 to the Obama campaigns to investigate the IRS scandal, and right on down the line. Where do we start to fix the massive upheaval that is almost universal in this country on every issue?
The upheaval that I refer to through the title is the upheaval in everything that is American, that has been, and that puts into question what is in prospect for this nation and for all of us. You raise exactly the right point. Eric Holder appoints a woman who is a donor for Obama, who is a Democratic supporter, obviously, and says then that he's under no responsibility to let her political leanings influence his assignment of her. This is ignorance at its utmost. It is also an apathetic national liberal media that, again, is playing more lapdog than watchdog. and as if we should accept this nonsense and this standard of conduct by our elected officials. I think on the basis alone of those disingenuous remarks, that his deceitful conduct and statements, I mean, are reprehensible. How could we tolerate this from our highest law enforcement officer?
Lou, what if Christie said, I am going to appoint Joe Blow from the state whatever division, and he has free reign. He could to talk to me, to everybody. I want him to investigate this. And Joe Blow gave $6,000 to Christie's 2 campaigns and to the state GOP party. Oh my God, that'll be the front page of every paper.
You know what the real difference is here, Steve, and that is that Governor Christie's in a blue state surrounded by Democrats in the state legislature. Surrounded by entirely left-wing media. He could not step 1 inch over the boundary anywhere without just a cascade of criticism and bone-crushing vilification efforts from every quarter.
Well, that's why, we both work at organizations that thank God for them. Thank God
Amen.
for Fox, and thank God for Newsmax and the others like them, because otherwise we might as well just throw in the towel. Lou, again, great to talk to you, sir, and great luck with the book. It's Upheaval. I'm holding it up for everyone to see here on Newsmax television by the great Lou Dobbs, and watch him on Lou Dobbs Tonight on the Fox Business Network. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Great to be with you.
You too. Take care.
All the best.
All right, folks. There you go. Very interesting. Pink lapdogs. Apathetic pink lapdogs, called the media. I sense a headline there. I smell a story. I smell exposure. Anyway, good to talk to Lou. I've been on his, not on his Fox show, I don't think. I was on his CNN show many times over the years. Okay, folks. You're not going to want to miss this next half hour. I promise you. Jeffrey Toobin, wow. And then Anderson Cooper with his pee-pee poopy jokes. Oh, yeah, and he's fascinated by them. He's fascinated by pee-pee and poopy on CNN. And I guess, like I said, this or that is CNN. And we're coming back. Steve Malzberg right here, he said, on the Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax TV and radio.